Have you ever found yourself running on empty, my friend? I was heading home from Bible study when I noticed that one of the warning lights was on in my car's dashboard. I looked down and saw that the low fuel light was on. I wondered if it had been on for a while, so I looked at the dash and noticed I had 2 miles until empty. 2 miles was insufficient to make it to the gas station, so I ran out of gas. I felt like Saul, who was drained of physical and spiritual energy as I sat on the side of the road, waiting for the auto service to bring me gas. While I sat motionless, waiting for help to arrive, I came up with a short list of things we can do to refill our spiritual tanks when we feel out of gas. The first is to reconnect to God. More than half, 55%, of Americans say they pray every day, according to a 2014 Pew Research Center survey, while 21% say they pray weekly or monthly, and 23% say they seldom or never pray. If only half of us keep a crucial connection with God by praying daily, we may slowly run out of spiritual gas. I believe connecting with encouraging kindred spirits will help energize your spiritual life. I told you that I am in a prayer group that lifts up the needs of others. I spend much spiritual energy but receive far more back from the other prayer group members. My last insight is from the title of a book I read, What Got You Here Won't Get You There. Perhaps you pray every day, attend church and go to a Bible study, but you still feel spiritually weak or dry. Whatever you did to get you to this point is no longer working. It is time to change your spiritual patterns. Even holy habits can become too routine and even boring. Finding new ways to worship, study the Bible, and find new spiritual partners and friends can greatly regenerate our spiritual lives. If we are truly growing spiritually, we will outgrow our current patterns and spiritual practices. How are you doing in your spiritual life, my friend?
Faith in God has no fear. Immediately Saul fell full length on the ground, filled with fear because of Samuel's words. His strength was gone, for he had eaten nothing all that day and all that night. 1 Samuel 28 verse 20 NIV. Fear is a powerless nuisance with no ability to hurt or harm you. Laugh at fear, it will turn tail and run like a vagabond dog with no dignity or destiny. Fear circles you like a buzzard looking for any entry point into your life so it can sow unpleasant thoughts and whisper lies to you. Nothing fear does or nothing fear says has any reality or truth. Once given any entry point into your life, fear can cripple you emotionally and rob you of your faith in me. Do not give in to fear. You have a better choice. Stay strong in your faith in me, and fear will have no choice but to pass you by like a swarm of pesky barnyard flies. I have seen even my strongest servants fall victim to the claws of fear. Once strong, vital people gave way to fear and became nothing more than an empty shell and curled up corpse of a being. If I am present in your life, fear will always remain powerless. How do you overcome fear and remain spiritually energized even during difficult moments? You must strengthen your faith before you face a fearful situation. When you look at an overwhelming obstacle, it will seem impossible to defeat if your soul is spiritually dry. When you fill yourself with me through prayer, worship, gratitude, and daily celebration, there is no room for fear. You are never enough of have enough to face life alone. Only I can fill you with the spiritual life energy to move mountains and defeat giants.
I hope this devotional brought you some insight and help with your current life situation, my friend. I think the best we can do is take stock of where we are spiritually and honestly, reflecting on our next steps. When I become spiritually dry or anxious about life, I look to change something in my devotional practices. I am always grateful for my spiritual practices, but each practice can only take me so far. Then it is time to try something new and exciting. May I pray for you, my friend. Holy Spirit, move over your children once again. Many of us are spiritually dry and weak from little sustenance. Feed us the pure spiritual milk of your word. Restore your children, O Holy Spirit. Bless Jesus, you were tempted in the wilderness for 40 days. Yet, You remained faithful and unafraid. You drew upon your spiritual power to overcome physical challenges. Jesus, strengthen your children. When Jesus left the desert temptation, you sent your angels to minister to him. Oh, heavenly host, send your angelic beings to minister to our needs. Lift us up on eagle's wings so we will not dash our feet against the hard stones of life. Come and care for your fearful children, O God. Mighty Yahweh, you lead your children out of Egypt. You parted the Red Sea and brought them to safe ground. Go before us and make the path straight and safe. God, rescue your children now. Do you think running out of gas was an accident, my friend? I have never run out of gas before. Perhaps God used me at the moment for something greater. I'll admit that I was a little frightened, sitting in my car alone on the side of the road waiting for someone to bring me some gas. Perhaps God used me to remind our followers that there is nothing closer to them than the Spirit of God. Fear not.